They won't see it coming. Not even you. That's the shocking truth about divine timing. When God decides to move, He doesn't always send an announcement, He sends a shift. And for the chosen ones, that shift often comes through a high-level contact, a person positioned by heaven, someone you didn't even expect, someone who holds the keys to the next phase of your life. Chosen one, right now you may feel stuck. You may feel like you've been planted in one place for too long, surrounded by the same routines, the same faces, the same obstacles. And deep down, you've been asking yourself, God, when will it be my time? When will things finally change for me? But here's the secret. While you've been waiting, God has been preparing. Preparing someone somewhere who has the resources, the authority, the influence to relocate you. And it won't come with a slow build-up. It will happen suddenly, without warning. That's why you've been feeling the restlessness. That's why your spirit has been uneasy, as if something is about to break. Because heaven has already sent the order, and the high-level contact is already on their way into your life. Listen closely. This person isn't ordinary. They are a divine connector. They may be a leader, a mentor, a business owner, a decision-maker, someone who's single, yes, can uproot you from where you are and place you into the environment God destined you for. And when it happens, it will shock not only those around you, but even you yourself. Have you noticed how sometimes people show up out of nowhere, yet they feel like an answer to a prayer you didn't even know how to pray? That's what's coming. A divine encounter. A connection orchestrated so carefully that you'll realize, this isn't coincidence, this is God. And chosen one, here's the part you need to hear. The relocation is not just physical. It's spiritual. Some of you are about to be moved out of environments that stifle your growth, out of circles that don't honor your calling, out of places that cannot contain your destiny. Because where you are right now may have been good for your survival, but it is not enough for your assignment. That's why God is sending this high-level contact. To move you, not just into a new space, but into a new level. Now, don't miss this. Relocation is uncomfortable. It comes without warning, and it often pulls you away from what is familiar. You may not feel ready, but God says, I've already prepared you. You may not understand why the shift is happening now, but heaven says, because it's time. Think of Joseph. One moment he was in a prison cell, forgotten by men. The next, Pharaoh himself sent for him and relocated him into the palace. No warning. No preparation. Just a sudden shift because a divine connector remembered his name. That's exactly how God works, quietly in the background until the appointed time, and then suddenly, everything changes. And you, chosen one, are about to experience that same Joseph moment. The phone call you didn't expect, the email you weren't waiting for, the opportunity that appears out of nowhere. These are not accidents. These are divine setups. But let me give you wisdom. Not everyone around you will understand this relocation. Some will be shocked, others will be jealous, and some will even try to convince you to stay where you are. Why? Because your relocation will expose their stagnation. Your sudden rise will make them question why they stayed behind. And instead of celebrating you, their silence will reveal their envy. That's why you must be discerning. Not everyone can know when the relocation is happening. Some moves must be made quietly. Some doors are too sacred to announce. Because the wrong ears could try to sabotage what God is setting up. Chosen one, prepare yourself. Prepare your heart, prepare your mind, prepare your spirit. Because when the high-level contact arrives, there won't be time to hesitate. The opportunity will demand your yes immediately. The door will open, and you'll have to step through it without delay. And listen, this isn't just about favor falling into your lap. God has been shaping you for this moment. Every trial, every delay, every silent season was preparation. You were being refined, stretched, and strengthened so that when the relocation comes, you won't crumble under the weight of it. But let me reassure you, you won't be alone. The same God who sends the contact is the same God who walks with you into the new territory. And though it may be unfamiliar, His presence will make it home. And before we go deeper, let me pause and say this. If you like this video and it resonates with you, We'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to show your appreciation, you can give us a super thanks. It means a lot to us and helps us continue creating content for you. Now, chosen one, brace yourself. Because this high-level contact isn't coming with small change. They are coming with a relocation so drastic, so unexpected, that when it happens, you'll realize why the waiting was necessary. Your next chapter isn't going to begin gradually. It's going to begin suddenly, without warning. Chosen one, let's go deeper. You see, relocation is not just about changing places, it's about changing levels. And God knows that in order to elevate you, He sometimes has to uproot you from environments that cannot sustain what He's building in you. That's why this shift will come without warning. Because if you had time to plan it, you might talk yourself out of it. If you had time to predict it, you might resist it. So God sends it suddenly, through someone you least expect, because He knows you've been prepared, even if you don't feel ready. Understand this, divine relocation is disruptive. It pulls you away from comfort zones, away from people you've outgrown, away from patterns that kept you small. And that's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also necessary. Because chosen ones were never meant to stay in one place too long. Your destiny requires motion, and heaven is about to accelerate your steps. But here's what makes this relocation different: it's not random. It's intentional. God is sending someone who already has the keys. Someone whose single decision can open doors that years of effort could not. That's why you must pay attention, because high-level contacts don't show up by accident. They are sent. Think of Esther. She was just another woman until the king's favor relocated her into the palace. Or Ruth, her divine connection to Boaz relocated her entire future. And David, overlooked in the fields until a prophet's word relocated him into kingship. Do you see the pattern? A high-level contact. A sudden shift. And a new level that could not have been reached without God's hand guiding the move. And now, it's your turn. You may not recognize them at first. The high-level contact may not come dressed in robes of royalty or carrying a title of prestige. Sometimes they look ordinary, but carry extraordinary influence. That's why discernment is key. You cannot judge by appearance, you must sense it in your spirit. Chosen one, you've been hidden long enough. The silence, the waiting, the preparation, it was all for this moment. Heaven does not waste time, and God does not send divine connectors casually. The very person He is sending into your life has been prepared on their end too. Just as you've been waiting for a door, they've been waiting for the key to use. And when your paths collide, it will feel like destiny itself is pushing you forward. But let me warn you, relocation exposes loyalty. The moment you're elevated, you will see people's true hearts. Those who clapped for you in the valley may fall silent when you rise to the mountain. Those who seemed supportive may reveal envy when your relocation places you ahead. That's why this journey requires strength. Because with every relocation comes separation. Not everyone can follow where you're going. Some people were only meant to walk with you in one chapter, not the next. And if you try to carry them into the new space, they'll become a weight instead of a support. That's why God sometimes allows people to quietly fall away before your relocation. Because He knows they cannot handle where He's taking you. Chosen one, do not resist the separation. Do not cling to what God is trying to release. Because the very space He's preparing for you has no room for dead weight. But also, do not fear the suddenness of it all. Remember, Joseph wasn't given a week to prepare for the palace. One moment he was in prison clothes, the next he was standing before Pharaoh interpreting dreams. Without warning, his entire life shifted. And had he hesitated, had he doubted, he would have missed the divine window. That's why I'm telling you, be ready to move when the call comes. Don't second guess. Don't let fear paralyze you. The opportunity may come disguised as a risk, but in reality, it's an answer. And here's the part that may shake you. Some of you will literally be relocated physically. New city. New nation. New territory. Because the place you're in right now has already served its purpose. It cannot contain the next level of your assignment. God is sending someone with the means to open that door. For others, relocation will be spiritual. A new position of authority, a new level of influence, a higher seat at the table. And though the location may not change, your role will. People will see you differently. Opportunities will surround you. And it will feel like you've been moved from the back to the front overnight. Either way, the shift is coming. And it will not wait for your permission. Chosen one, this is why you've been under pressure. This is why the eyes have been on you. This is why you've felt watched in silence. Because even before it happens in the natural, people can sense something is coming. They may not know what, but their spirits pick up the shift. And that's why some treat you differently now. They see the storm of blessing approaching, even if you don't. But don't let their silence distract you. Don't let their doubt discourage you. When the high-level contact appears, your only job is to say yes. God will do the rest. And let me say this again clearly, the relocation will come without warning. That's how you'll know it's God. Because He specializes in sudden moves. He delights in shocking those who counted you out, surprising those who underestimated you, and blessing you in ways that no man can explain. One moment you'll be overlooked, the next, you'll be essential. One moment, stuck in limitation, the next, walking in freedom. One moment, hidden in the shadows, the next, placed in the spotlight. That's the power of divine relocation. But let me reassure you, sudden doesn't mean unprepared. You may not have expected it, but God has been equipping you all along. Every battle, every disappointment, every season of silence, it was training. So when the shift happens, you'll be ready, even if you didn't see it coming. Chosen one, you are closer than you think. And in the blink of an eye, your entire reality can change. And when it does, remember this, it wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was divine connection. A high-level contact. A relocation written in heaven before you were even born. Chosen one, let's unlock the final truth. Why does God relocate you without warning? Why doesn't He give you time to prepare, to plan, to pack your comfort zones neatly? The answer is simple, because suddenness is protection. If God revealed too early what He was about to do, enemies would plot, haters would sabotage, and even your own fears might convince you to stay behind. But when it happens suddenly, no one has time to interfere. The move is secure, because the enemy can't fight what he didn't see coming. This is why God specializes in surprise shifts. He does it to shield your blessing, to hide your breakthrough until the exact moment it's released. Remember the Israelites? One day they were slaves in Egypt. The very next day they were walking out, carrying the wealth of the land with them. No warnings. No negotiations. Just a sudden exodus. That's what's coming for you. Chosen one, your relocation will not only shock the people around you, it will silence every voice that doubted you. The very ones who whispered that you would never rise will watch, stunned, as you step into a level they never imagined you could reach. And the best part? They won't be able to explain it, because it won't make sense. That's the beauty of divine timing, it confuses logic. But here's the deeper revelation: relocation without warning forces you to rely on faith, not control. If you knew every detail, you'd try to orchestrate it yourself. But when the door suddenly opens, you'll have no choice but to lean on God completely. And that is exactly where He wants you, dependent, trusting, surrendered. Think of Abraham. God told him, "Go to the land I will show you." No map. No timeline. Just a command to move. And Abraham obeyed, and that obedience birthed nations. Your relocation is about more than you. It's about the generations tied to your obedience. It's about the destinies that will shift because you said yes, even when you didn't understand. That's why you can't afford to hesitate. When the high-level contact appears, when the opportunity arrives, when the sudden shift comes, you must move. Delay is dangerous. Because destiny windows don't stay open forever. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. The unease you've been feeling, the sense that something is about to break, it's real. Heaven is stirring. The move is already in motion. And soon, you will look back and realize why the silence lasted so long. God wasn't ignoring you, He was arranging everything perfectly. Now let's address the fear. Because relocation is not just exciting, it's terrifying. You'll wonder, what if I'm not ready? What if I fail? What if I lose everything familiar? But here's the truth. If God is the one moving you, then God has already gone ahead of you. The provision is already in place. The protection is already secured. The blessing is already waiting. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is simply to step forward. And let me encourage you with this. When God relocates you, He doesn't just change your position, He changes your atmosphere. Suddenly, the resistance you faced in the old place won't follow you. The closed doors you kept knocking on won't matter anymore, because He'll set you in front of new doors, ones that are already open. Chosen one, you are about to experience a season where things align faster than you can explain. People you never thought would notice you will call your name. Opportunities you never qualified for will be handed to you. And all of it will happen so suddenly that you'll know, it could only be God. And before I continue, let me pause and remind you, if you like this video and it resonates with you, we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to show your appreciation, you can give us a super thanks. It means so much to us and helps us continue creating this content for you. Now, hear me clearly, the sudden relocation is not random. It is a divine strategy to place you exactly where your gift will flourish. You've been hidden in one place for too long. You've been underutilized, underestimated, even overlooked. But when God moves you, He moves you to a place where your gift cannot be ignored. Some of you will be moved into positions of leadership. Others into new nations, carrying influence across borders. Some into spiritual assignments that will impact thousands. Whatever it looks like, one thing is certain, you won't stay where you are. Because chosen ones don't stagnate, they elevate. And when it happens, don't forget this, you didn't earn it, you didn't force it, you didn't manipulate it. It was grace. Pure favor. A divine appointment that only God could orchestrate. So what should you do right now? Stay ready. Keep building your character. Keep sharpening your gift. Keep your spirit sensitive. Because the relocation won't come with a warning, but when it arrives, you must be prepared to step into it fully. Chosen one, let me leave you with this vision. Imagine waking up one morning in the same ordinary place, expecting the same ordinary day. And before the sun sets, everything has changed. That's what God is about to do for you. In a single moment, your environment, your opportunities, your influence shifted. Not gradually. Not someday. Suddenly. And when it happens, remember, you were chosen for this. Chosen to be moved, chosen to be elevated, chosen to be seen. And nothing, no one, not even your own doubts, can stop the relocation heaven has already prepared. So get ready. Pack your faith. Prepare your spirit. Because a high-level contact is about to relocate you, and when they do, it will happen without warning.